Invicta, our Resistance faction gameplay. Last thing we're doing is we had taken most of Canada, and we had taken all of Mexico. And working on our objective to get all of the United States. I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible. Going to getting the United States is just very critical. And we're going to continue that.
Where do you need
I
me?
decided to get this council right here. They're a scientist. I think we're going to need a scientist to help these nations get more research, and they do that through the advise mission right here. So I think for now, what we're going to do is we're going to advise Canada.
Offering counsel.
That's going to help the advise mission helps the nation obviously get more research, but it also helps the investment points of the nation. And the investment points is basically what the nation can pull into to these bars over here. Will help us speed up getting our space program in Canada. But they can only do one nation at a time.
At your service.
We're just going to
Standing by.
keep leveling up our characters, and alright, so she has 26 XP, so we're going to give her actually administration. Administration helps with the investment points when she does the
I'm here.
advise mission. So she'll be our sort of like our advisory counselor. That's what I'm going to build her up to be. I'm going to continue the turn. The research looks fine.
I will help them.
So yeah, she increases the research by 7. That scales with her 7 7 points in investment point, 6% for her 6 administration. I think we can spare the influence to do it. Because right now we are capped of 4 counselors right now. We'll eventually be able to get 2 more in the future, but that'll be down the line.
The people will come to our side.
Order is returning.
We were unable to increase security.
I'm gonna get this unrest down a little bit in Mexico. Try and help the country stabilize a little bit. We'll try and get Mexico a space program. Once Canada has its own space program, I'll try and explain what that means. Because when you take a nation in this game, you really want to focus on getting a space program within it as quickly as possible. It's very critical.
Ready?
Okay, let's see here. We're also going to defend our interests in Canada.
Making things safe for our
So that
people.
our control points are safer from other enemy counselors attempting to take these points from us. So make sure that you always have at least a single counselor
Ready.
that has
Ready for orders.
interests, mission. It's very, very vital as well. So I'm gonna keep
They are here to cleanse our sick world. The aliens are our saviors, and all who oppose them are enemies of the future.
Alright, so we've encountered the servants. So these guys are the faction that, well, serves the aliens. They want the aliens to dominate the Earth. They want to help them in any means necessary. So they are very much our enemy. We have to do everything we can to undermine this faction as much as possible, because they are the greatest threat. Right now, we're just going to focus on
Prepping for mission.
getting the United States.
I'll report when my mission's complete.
Protecting our interests.
Right, so we're protecting these points right here. As you can see, they're shielded with this icon right here.
Offering assistance.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
40%. That's pretty nice.
Things are cooling off.
It's getting up there. Alright, we got an event. This basically just pushes down all the cohesion of every single country. Just, like complete hysteria around the world because of the aliens. Yeah, it's not a great event. It's gonna push down this right here, the cohesion of every single country. Alright, so it seems like the Humanity First faction has taken control of France. Now, what France can do, actually, at the beginning right here, is that they can actually form the European Union. And that's actually a really powerful faction if you can get it going. It has all these claims up here in Europe. And eventually, potentially, we could try and take France and form the EU, make a very powerful state. But that's going to be the future, because right now we have to focus on the United States. No one's taken India yet. No one's taken Russia yet. You could kind of just look around to see who is taking what. So the initiative is taking Australia. Okay, interesting. These factions are fighting for this nation right here.
At your service.
Ready to go.
Alright, so what's our success for taking a single point in the United States? It's a 7%, all the way up to a 32. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Might need to keep leveling up our characters. We're getting a little bit of money because of the spoils that we're doing. Yeah, we were trying to get this orb right here. This is a very good orb to get. We might want to save up some influence.
I'm here.
Reporting in. We'll turn down the heat.
Ready for my mission.
Ready for your orders. I will tell our story.
Ready to go.
What's the up?
Where do you need me?
So I think
Your
what
orders.
I want to do is I want to actually probably not do the advise right now, because I want to save up influence, try and get that organization. So they can't really do anything right now. I'm thinking that they just hide over here in
Going silent.
Western Canada.
evading pursuit.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Violence is abating.
Things are stabilizing.
You really want to get our hands on the United States. Oh, here we go. So another alien crash site has appeared around Earth. They just, for some reason, they're sending their crash landing all of these ships onto Earth, and we have no idea why. Here's another one. Here's an alien ship right here. Mysterious. We'll arrive at Earth in 56 days.
Ready.
It's 69 influence. We need 119. Hopefully we can save up. We could get this orb right here. I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to
Ready for my mission.
we're gonna give this over to her. That's gonna give her a little bit of extra influence and 1 point in command. That's right here. So orgs can give points over here, and they can also give certain benefits. So it's always critical to always keep looking at this org marketplace right here to get as many orgs as possible. This is also another good org right here. See, this is a science org. It also gives I forget what this is called. I think it's called projects. Then yeah, see that white cog? It basically speeds up your personal research. Those +2 white cogs. That would probably be good for our scientist. I'm gonna give that to her. It only costs us money, though it does take up all of our money. I think it'd be worth it. And also, since we now have a project organization, that will allow us to do a second personal research right over here. See that speeded up our personal research a little bit right here by getting that organization. So let's start getting alien signatures. We study the recovered samples and learn how to detect alien activity. I'm just gonna put that and equalize it a little bit. Maybe even focus it a little bit. Just gonna save up that influence.
Hunkering down.
So yeah, she's I'm basically just
Wrapping up here.
kind of just put her on autopilot for now.
We were unable to increase security.
Order is returning.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Just keep this on. We're probably not going to be able to take away this control point for a while.
In each of us, embers glow.
Be better.
Through meditation, prayer, and togetherness, these dim sparks will blossom into the roaring flames they were meant to be. Superior Judith Howell, Burn Brighter, Self-Improvement Course.
Okay, want a new text that we can personally research now? These are all really good down here. Reusable rockets and interplanetary chemical rockets. Alright, we're just gonna keep taking up. We're getting close to finishing the space program as well. Let's actually have a scientist over here.
On the way to the target
Go
site.
look at this.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
We're not getting that much influence that fast. It's a little bit slow. This org might disappear. Awkward.
Where to?
Level up.
I'm here.
Ready for my mission.
Okay, we almost have a 50% chance. I am tempted to dump the influence, though, to getting a control point. Now, these control points are very expensive. They're 34 control points. Or, yeah. The control points basically they scale with how large the nation is. So some of these control points are going to be they're going to take a lot of managing control points up here. So we might have to we won't be able to get all of it in the beginning.
Where to?
What's the up?
Standing by.
Where do you need me?
Let's keep the turn going. Alright, there we go. Now, Canada has its own independent spaceflight program. So here,
Things are stabilizing.
Violence is abating.
keep getting that down. Shit. Alright, so alien signatures. That's been done.
Commander, we appear to have an alien on the loose.
Alright, so now we have to do all this right here. Salvaged alien technology. We have to try and salvage, take advantage of their highly advanced technology. So let's get clandestine cells. This will get us another counselor. So I'm thinking, just leave it like that. Bump it. Let's try and pry out this military science lab.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
Now, alright, so our counselor's been spotted.
Wrapping up here.
But one of the factions most likely knows who this,
We found something.
where this guy is. But right now, we're all neutral to all the other factions. They shouldn't attack us or disrupt us.
We must persuade the people.
Reporting in.
Almost have enough of this. I definitely want to get this next turn. Let's also get this right here. It's +1 science and +11 research. Really good. Give it to my scientist. gives a little bit of research. I forget what it is. Xenology, yeah, there it is, right there.
Initiating deep cover.
We believe we can join them as brothers and sisters if we only convince them we are worthy.
Right, the Academy faction.
Going off the grid.
Ooh, this is a really good event. Oh, yeah, this is very lucky. Right here. So this will just straight up give us a control point in the United States. This is actually amazing right here. This is exactly what we want. Wow, this is lucky. So I want to do this right here. There we go. Wow, okay, so I've gotten this before, but not in like the actual nation that I wanted to get. This is pretty random, but wow. Well, there's our first control point. It's amazing. So now we're in the United States. We have ourselves a little chunk of what they do. So this is what we, right here, this right here is what we are getting from the United States right here. We're getting this research, this is a boost, and this is mission control. Okay, I completely forgot to mess with this down here. So since Canada got its space program, this is basically what the space program is. It's boost and it's mission control. So mission control is right here, and boost is basically like your payloads to low Earth orbit and beyond. So right now, what we want to do is we want to prioritize boosts so that we can get as much cargo into space, so that we can start setting up stations and setting up bases, outposts on celestial bodies like the Moon or Mars. It's going to be our objective. So what I want to do here is that I want to knowledge. Knowledge, unity. We're going to boost, a little bit of mission control, and we're going to do military. Now the military priority, it increases the miltech of the nation's armies. It basically just gives them it upgrades the tech of the armies, yeah. That was an amazing event.
Order is returning.
Things are cooling off.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
It's perfect. Got more research we can look at. I won't be
Your orders?
Ready to go.
Oh man, right as I was about to get it, I think the organization disappeared. Ah, that's unfortunate. Damn. Alright, so this guy can level up So I'm going to give him more persuasion. And more persuasion means
At
that
your service.
he can have better success in public opinion right here. So we can get 61% chance. That's pretty good.
I will try to sway the public.
At your service.
We could risk it. We could do a 50-50 coin flip. I think that's what I'm going to do. Since we can't get that organization now, I think it's best we just do this right here.
Establishing control.
We need to try and get all of the United States as quickly as possible, because a rival faction could possibly get their hands on it, and if they get their hands on the United States, it'll take a long time before we'll be able to get rid of their control point. So time is of the essence, basically. So hopefully we get a 50 roll. Now we can get let's see, we can get maybe 1 or 2 more. We might have to abandon one of these nations so that we can take more control points in the United States. That's typically what we're going to have to do. Is we're going to have to abandon this nation, Mexico, and maybe even Canada. It will be worth it, though, in my opinion.
Our only hope is to understand what the aliens want with us and determine how to satisfy them without losing our independence.
Another pro-alien faction. Protectorates.
Going into hiding.
Laying the groundwork.
Let's hope.
Mission in progress.
Hope there's success here. Reusable rockets.
We've moved the needle.
Get that immediately. Right, and since they did public opinion, the percentage went up to 58%. So
Things are stabilizing.
Mexico seems to be stabilizing. It's down to 2.8. Space program is almost 20 out of 50. So once it hits 50, they'll be able to produce their own boost and mission control. And, the United States already has its space program. And the best thing about the United States is that it starts with the highest boost in mission control at the start of the game. So that's a boon as well. Now we're starting to get a little bit of boost resource, this is going to be very critical. We need to get this up as fast as possible.
We're taking over.
Nice, perfect. That's the second control point. So we got the financial center, and we got the identity blocks, working all the way up to the executive. Just gotta try and keep that public opinion as high as possible, and keep getting the persuasion of his counselors. I'm a little bummed out because we didn't get that organization. I should have paid more attention. It's fine though. It'll eventually pop up again. Hopefully, might get lucky. We can't seem to afford any of these right now. We'll do spoils. Maybe one of these. A little bit of spoils right here.
Ready for orders.
That's a 67% chance.
Bringing them on board.
Definitely take that.
Reporting in.
So I could automate them if I don't have anything I want them to do. I guess they could try and stabilize the United States a little bit. Now, the United States, it isn't a very unified country, so we're gonna need to stabilize and kind of heal the United States, stabilize it as best we can, because we're gonna use the United States to basically save the world. It's gonna be our flagship nation, in a sense.
We'll turn down the heat.
Reporting in.
Reporting in. Ready.
I don't think we need to defend the interests of Mexico. I don't actually plan on keeping Mexico. Not yet. Because we're probably going to need to abandon Mexico once we get this control point. But let's see.
Hunkering down.
Let's see if we get it. Yeah, my scientist is just kind of laying low up here. I don't really have anything. I want to save up the influence for getting these control points. That's what I'm doing.
The people will come to our side.
Prepping for the mission.
Things are cooling off.
71%.
Our presence is growing.
They're perfect. So we have half of America. Everything is going adequately. So basically, the Earth is kind of cooling down. The hysteria is cooling off because the aliens aren't like immediately destroying the planet in a sense. Yeah. And so missions will also take a little bit longer. It'll just kind of make missions last longer. Turns.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Stabilizing America. And we're going to.
Acknowledged.
Wait a minute.
Standing by.
You actually get control points, so that's another 70.
Bringing them to our side.
Where to?
We're gonna give this to actually. We're gonna give this to her because this gives her a point of persuasion. A little bit of science as well. Gonna bump up her chances to get.
Where do you need me?
And yeah, we're about to hit our like super cap, and if this you can overcap this, but you start to lose a lot of influence, and you can go into the negatives. So once we hit the next point, I think I'm going to abandon Mexico. Not even abandon Canada. Alright, we finished the military science of that. So we should probably get super heavy chemical rockets. Gives us a 10% bonus to the boost priority. This will be very good. The boost priority is right here. You can see all the bonuses that we're getting. We don't get that many bonuses right now. So we're getting the boost up in Canada. It's slowly going up.
Prepping for mission. Evading pursuit.
Mission in progress.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Violence is abating.
Just keep trying to get America. I think we'll get all of it. I'm confident.
We've gained significant support.
We've been really lucky. Alright, so let's pause it. So now we're in the negatives because we have too much, we're overcapped too much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Mexico and I'm gonna auto renew it and I'm gonna abandon. So basically I deliberately cracked down all my control points. So now the other factions can easily merge into these control points because I basically I abandoned the nation now. But it's worth it. Getting all of America is truly a really strong start. Now we could overcap again. I am tempted to do it. We will take an influence hit, but it won't. I don't think it will be that bad. And since we'll have all these control points, no faction will be able to get the executive. I think it'll be worth it.
At your service.
So now what I want to do is I want to put my scientists who are advising the United States.
Offering support.
Ready?
Now that we have so many control points in the United States, that will help boost up their investment points in the research points.
Acknowledged.
This is a nice work right here, so I'm going to give this to I actually want to give this to her because she doesn't have public opinion or the public campaign mission. I'm going to, on the side this work right here, give this to her. So now she has 11 persuasion because of 2 orgs. I'm going to give this to her. This would be a good work to get as well. It's very expensive though. A little bit of spoil, so we make a little bit of money.
Acknowledged.
And also, since we have these control points, we as you can see these stars right here, these are armies right here. So since we get control of these points, we get control of the armies right here. Very important to have a large army. And the United States starts with a very large army in the beginning, which is also amazing.
At your service.
I'm gonna try and actually I'm gonna get one more point. I think we can try it. If we overcap, I think we can just kind of get rid of Canada for now.
Taking control.
I think it's worth it. Energy lab. Right, there's that crash site from the other ship that we looked at. Crash landed in Russia.
Lending my expertise.
Russian-Ukraine war still going on. As in, seems like none of the factions.
Our case remains unheard.
None of the factions have really stopped it yet.
Order is returning.
We're just gonna keep focusing on doing what we're doing. Here we go. We have alien abductions. Here's another alien mission. Alright, so yeah.
We've got our people in place.
So as you can see, one of the other factions decided to take advantage of all these crackdown points and take the part of Mexico. Not unexpected. Alright. So we've consolidated control in Canada. What that means is basically we've had the executive for a long enough time to where we can do certain events. We can now kind of like mess with foreign policy a little bit and like align ourselves and make rivals with the nation now. We are taking a little bit of a really major influence hit. I think it's worth it. Almost have all of America. This is going very smoothly, very smoothly. So let's send our judge over here to this investigation over here. This is a new one.
We'll recon the site.
You always want to start getting the new ones as quickly as possible as well to kind of speed up your objectives.
Standing by for order.
Standing by for orders.
Ready for your orders.
Acknowledged.
So now that we have most of the United States, we need to start basically stabilizing the nation as best we can. Now that we have a lot of research from the United States, we can really start prioritizing our own research a little bit. We'll keep doing a little bit of research on all these global techs up here.
Ready for orders.
Ready to go.
Just keep the
Where do you need me?
What's the op?
tech.
Offering assistance.
Of course, there was an accident. Frankly, I'm surprised it took this long. Just get the recovery crew in there to salvage the gear ASAP. Worry about the bodies later. The delays are costing us. Chairman Soren van Beek, Internal Memo.
Mum's last years were a blur of doctors and treatments. By that point, every movement was painful. The one thing she loved was her aquatic therapy. Whenever I was home on leave, I'd take her to the pool for hours. Weightless, smiling, free. Commander Fiona Ayawade, Junior Psychological Evaluation.
Alright, more tech. More global tech that's being researched. We could try and steer the global techs by focusing on these. We could try it. See, now if we prio this a little bit, we actually start getting the dominant research this. I might do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take that off.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
We're gonna put a permanent assignment on that guy because he just basically just keeps the public opinion up as high as possible. That's what I want. Interplanetary warships.
Things are cooling off.
Compared to all these other nations up here, the United States gives off a lot of research. That's 550 or 567 compared to all these other nations. Very nice.
Here's what we've found.
The alien is taking people, Commander. We need to learn why.
Indeed we do. Right. Discovering some abductions. I don't think they're peaceful. Seems like they're saying another small ship. It's a very small ship. Let's see here. Okay, so we have another counselor can upgrade themselves. Alright, so I think I want to focus my spy now on getting as much espionage and investigation as possible. They're gonna be my purger and my crackdown counselor. So no more persuasion. I'm gonna give this counselor administration. And the more administration that a counselor has, it actually it bumps up the managing control points up here slightly. This character, I actually want them to keep getting persuasion. Here's another. This gives public campaign mission, I think. Let me see. This would be good to get for my spy. Though it does take a little bit of money out of our expenses. That also gives a little bit of ops, and that's up here. It gives a little bit of ops income. If we save up enough money, we could get this right here. That's +4 administration.
Ready for my mission.
Where to?
It's also taking ops, getting these activities, these alien missions.
Restoring order.
We're just gonna keep stabilizing America. We're gonna push it all the way down to 0.
Standing by.
Or actually,
Where to?
how they think about it.
What's the up?
We don't have enough influence, actually.
Ready for orders.
to losing influence because we're so overcapped. That's fine. It's worth it though to be a little overcapped for
Offering
for
counsel.
America, in my opinion. I think we can do this like maybe one more.
Good luck saving the world. Just know that we have other plans.
Alright, what does this faction want? They want to trade these organizations. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, I think I'll do non-aggression pact. They will not do this. No, I don't. No, usually the AI doesn't really give good trade deals.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Things are stabilizing.
Violence is abating.
Just push down that unrest. Always try and keep this down, because the higher this is, the more it hampers your investment points. The higher your investment points, the higher, the more things that your nation can get done. I would like to keep Canada. I don't want to. I actually want to. It's actually vital that we keep Canada as well, because eventually there is a thing we can do as the game goes on. We can unify all of North America together, and that's actually my plan. We're going to be uniting North America under the United States in order to combat the aliens for the greater good. Alright, super heavy chemical rockets are done. It would give us a little bit extra boost priority. So I think we want to do reusable rockets. That also gives us more boost priority as well. It's 1,000 research, so it's a little expensive right now. Let's focus on this tech right here. This will get us another counselor right here. This organization right here. Which I'm going to give to my judge. He'll give them a little bit more persuasion. And more a lot of administration as well. I'll boost this up a little bit as well. We could also spend points on getting certain traits as well. So we could get like government, national hero. We can make this character famous. It has some strengths and weaknesses. And since this character is ancient, we can spend some points to actually get rid of this trait, because this doesn't benefit us at all. They suffer a -1 loyalty every time a counselor is assassinated. Not great. Okay, let's just keep the turns going.
I will help them.
Keep advising the United States. And as you can see down here, you can tell what's the counselor is increasing. It's increasing the investment points by 6%, and the research by 10%, and that scales with their points down here.
The people will come to our side.
Things are cooling off.
Order is returning.
Got it down to 0%. That's good. So since this nation isn't very unified, it has very high inequality. This will be at like a resting value at 2. So yeah, this will always rise up to about 2. We can eventually change that. We want to. What we want to do is we want to do a little bit of a load there right here. Try and like push this down a little bit. I'm gonna push down the inequality a little bit. I want to get this down because this is it's pretty high.
With each passing day, humanity shatters the boundaries of the possible. It is our certain destiny to move mountains at the touch of a button. We need only the will to do so. And your generous investment, of course. Chairman Soren van Wyk, opening remarks during Western Armory's annual earnings call.
Seems like the initiative faction is taking more of Mexico. That's fine. Just have to deal with that in the future.
Standing by.
We're doing good. This game is already very, we're in a very good position. We just have to kind of maintain our control points here, and we'll be doing smoothly.
I'm here.
So what can we do?
Ready for my mission.
We could send them over to this mission over here.
On the way to the target site.
I'm here.
Get my scientists over here.
Ready to go.
Where do you need me?
Ready.
There's only one right now. They could. Okay, so
Securing our control.
let's control or defend our interests, just to make sure that no factions actually try and attempt to take these control points. But I mean, I doubt that they can, since we got our public opinion up so high. It's going to be virtually impossible for any of the factions. Well, I mean, I'll get to the dangers of the future, because we're going to have some problems keeping our control points from the aliens as we learn their what they are and what they do. I'll try not to spoil it.
Ready.
I'm here.
Ready.
Ready for orders.
Just imagine, I fetch
Protecting
you,
our interests.
how this world would
Offering
change
support.
if we could mass manufacture building materials in an instant. Homes built for mere pennies, irrigation for every village, a brighter, fairer future for all. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, Private Correspondence.
Right, we finished this research, and now we can get another counselor, which is very good. let's see what we should get next. Start getting the Xenology lab right here. We have Prio reusable rockets for that boost Prio, because we're gonna need to get as much boost as possible. I would like to get this executive point right here, but I don't think we can maintain Canada and the United States right now. Yeah, something like that right there. Now, I always like to maintain all nations to have at least a little bit of unity, so that it keeps the public opinion as high as possible naturally.
I will report when my mission is complete. Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We're gonna need to eventually purge this from the academy.
We've found something.
The initiative keeps taking the rest of our control points in Mexico, but that's to be expected. We did indeed abandon Mexico. It was worth it though. We have powerful America. So, it seems like Humanity First has gotten into India. It's nice. I do prefer that if any of these factions are going to be taking these large nations, I would prefer it to be a pro or anti-alien faction. And Humanity First is kind of like us. Their ideology is fairly similar to ours, so they are potentially like a good distraction from the aliens until we eventually get powerful enough to take most of the world.
Your orders?
Your orders?
So I think what I want to do is I want to save up influence.
Making our case. Acknowledged.
Ready for my mission.
Yeah, so it seems like we can't do many missions anymore because we don't have that much influence, but I actually don't want to spend any right now. I want to try and save up because we want to get the council going.
Standing by for order.
Just go high.
Going silent.
Standing by for orders.
Ready.
Nations we can stabilize.
Standing by.
What's the up?
I guess
On Overwatch.
it's kind of Overwatch right over here. Or kind of search for counselors.
Where to?
Setting a watch.
Initiating deep cover. The people will come to our side.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Just gonna save up that influence. We're also getting a decent amount of boost, so we're gonna be saving up this boost per outpost. We're not gonna be getting ourselves a station. Alright, so we got ourselves another event right here. We spend a little money here, we'll get a little bit of public opinion around the world. So let's do it. Now, as you can see, some of these It seems like one of the factions decided to set up a station here. We're not going to be setting up stations yet. We need to focus on getting outposts first, on like the moon and then Mars. And getting as much boost as we can is going to be critical for that. Also getting as much mission control as we can as well.
Where to?
Let's look at these counselors. See if, so what do we need?
Ready for orders. Where do you need me?
What's the op?
At your service.
Reporting in.
Ready for my mission.
Reporting in.
Reporting in.
I'm just thinking right now. So I think we do want like somebody who's going to be good at espionage and investigation. Let's focus on getting like maybe a hacker. If they start with decent espionage and investigation.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Just keep the turns going.
Going off the grid.
We're just gonna keep taking up. Let's look at our tech. So
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Violence is abating.
We've moved the needle.
so as you can see, we're putting more research into this global tech so that if we complete this tech with the most research put into it, we'll be able to pick the next one. Hopefully we maintain this. The game will tell us if one of these factions is actually out-competing us, basically. Right as I say that, it says that the Protectorates are out-competing it. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to try and compete with them. Wow, what a coincidence. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. I actually want to pick the next tech. I want to show you guys the global techs that we can choose from.
There are two types of people in this world. Those who think only of home, and those who think only of leaving home. Director Khalid Al-Ashgar, Archival Online Dating Profile.
So here we go, outpost tabs. This is very good. So we start setting up outposts on other worlds right here. Let's read that. Get it immediately. So I think it's actually very important that we get this going. So we're going to kind of add that up to our research right now. Let's keep the turn going. Let's kind of push this down a little bit. We want to like maybe do this. I don't know. We're gonna do like something like this right here. So we're pushing up the education a little bit. The welfare priority is going to help push down the inequality in the country, and this will help pushing down the inequality in a country will help stabilize the nation. the lower this is, the more stable the country can be. Also, having high capita per GDP is very important as well. So it seems like the Unity is going up pretty good. It's gonna stop at 1.8. But we always want to make sure that this Unity is not at 0, because when it's at 0, things can kind of unravel in the nation. The unrest can start going up pretty rapidly. Right here. Ooh, wait a minute. So it seems like the Academy actually either they abandoned this control point or it got cracked down. So although that's nice, I don't think we can actually do anything because we kind of capped right now. Just have them
Going into hiding.
What's the op?
right now. We want to save up a little bit more influence. We're gonna look at the council.
Hunkering down.
Evading pursuit.
Right, so it seems like Mexico actually finished its space program. I'm just gonna do something like this.
We've moved the needle.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
Just checking out. And as you can see, one of the other factions actually purged the Academy. They took advantage of it. I think it must have been the Project Exodus that cracked down and purged. That's how you basically take a control point if other faction has it. We could get ourselves a nice commander right here, potentially. He doesn't have any traits. I don't really like any of these counselors. Though potentially this one could be decent. Though I don't like them to be on Megastar. They're gonna be my espionage character. It's not a great trait to have. Yeah, maybe we wait next till this reshuffles. I think we'll wait. That's what we'll do. Alright, this seems like a good stopping point. We did a lot. We've taken most of America. This is basically going to help us through the entire game. We're going to dominate through the United States. It'll help us tech up fast, prepare ourselves